It has also come up, in one of your interviews, you are going to be an aspiring Secretary General of the People's Democratic Party. So how would that relate to this, your new position, where everybody will now begin to look at you as a Yoruba chieftain who is asking for the country to be managed differently from the way it is right now? Would that be a conflict of interest?
That's why I kept telling you, when we are talking of the progress of your people, progress of the nation, don't put politics into it. I will remind you again. What do you mean by chieftain of People Democratic Party? I was a Yoruba man before becoming a politician. I was a politician before aligning to any political, and not to talk of the Constitution of Nigeria that even allows you to change your Gwada to Buba, to change lace to when you are talking of politics. Once there is faction or there's this, there's that, you can dump a political party and go to another one. How can you attach importance to political party? It gives me less importance to them.
Honorable Salvador is in the house. Don't go anywhere. He has just said to us that, look, political party is just a vehicle to realizing, your service to your people. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. The program is still closed flow.
Oh yeah, my guys, I'm gonna buy ticket to win brand new motor, man.
Hey, Yaro, menene wannan. Now what in are say?
Now NTA 2 viewers bonanza, where you go fit win tear rubber Ayanda asset.
Hey, egba mi o, una don come again.
So, you never finish o. The second prize na double door fridge freezer. Third prize na 6.5 kVA generator plus other small prices like iPad, iPhones, 32 inches LED and LCD TVs plus small fridge where you put for your bedside to take the cool your mind.
Nah man, na for steady time they buy this thing now.
No be lie you. Things don't dey easy now. From your computer or your phone, you fit get your pin from www.globalpay.com. Even sef, una fit just waka enter NTA 2 for Victoria Island go buy your ticket, or wanna see people like me for una area, una fit get una ticket.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ọmọ Igbo, I fit use your phone.
No only you want win motor.
Aba, I dey fight for phone. Yaro zona. Abeg, sell am for me for ticket. Ni kuma I want chop am for motor.
Whoa, mommy, abeg give me 3 tickets, o jare.
Make una remember say, na still 500 naira. Now una go still pay.
Hurry now, choose the one way good for you, make you feel win Cha-Cha, a Hyundai Accent Motor, plus the other Ogbonge prizes for NTA 2 Viewers Bonanza. NTA 2 Viewers Bonanza, your dream will come true. Now, Adnan Communication, they support this matter.
NTA 2 Lagos Network Center, your reach out station.
Yes, you are still on to Close Flow, and you are still with us, and our very distinguished Honorable Salvador is still with us in the house. He had laid a gamut on the table. We must not begin to look at political parties as all in all. It is just a vehicle, and therefore those who travel in that vehicle may disembark at any point and board another one. That's what he just said to us, and I think we would like to give that to him. But now let's quickly look at what is a little bit traumatic for Nigerians now. The president has declared states of emergency in 3 states. The National Assembly acceded, to that declaration formally. But now, the National Assembly has now suddenly woken up and said monies should not be disbursed to manage those states. So what exactly are we doing here?
Thank you very much. The ball still on Mr. President's table. It depends on who are managing issues for him. The other time Mr. President talked, he said his administration has been infiltrated by Boko Haram. We are fighting Boko Haram in all these states. If the fight by the managers of those states is adequate enough, it will not go to the extent of state of emergency. It has been shown clearly that the administrators of those states were not capable of handling it, and that was why
it degenerated.
It degenerated to that level. A state of emergency came, National Assembly supported. Surprisingly, they now reverse back their approval. Think, ladies and gentlemen of Nigeria, you have to be smart. You have to think what happened between the period of that approval and now that will make them think of reversing this. The other time they were talking about Yaradua, at that time they remember how to make sure Jonathan gets to the seat by the use of what is it? Something of necessity.
Yes, a section of the Constitution that allows him. Yes.
That allows them to do whatever they want to do. It comes to this issue now. What I am to tell the nation is this: if anything goes wrong in those states, they should hold National Assembly responsible. If it is more difficult to combat, to put an end to Boko Haram in those states, they should hold National Assembly responsible, because they are the ones that are now creating it to become war. You are saying they should give money to the people that you are suspecting that you believe cannot do the work, while federal government is also pumping money to the military, and you now make it, you are enriched, both hands will now be rich, both sides will now be rich, and create a very big battle. If it affects the sovereignty of Nigeria, they should hold National Assembly responsible, and that is just it.
Now we are back again to square one. So how do we now hold the leadership of the National Assembly responsible when the people do not seem to have control of what to do? So what exactly is going to happen now?
It's only when you are able to speak out, you tell them. If you listen to Tamboa, the speaker, yesterday, he was saying they made mistake and they were corrected. It is better for them to own up to their mistakes and accept a correction. If they are making second mistake, it is better the public to tell them, so that they will be able to know that we are looking at you. Yes. This is another mistake you are making. You want to create a battlefield, a serious battlefield in that very zone. That is what they are creating, if they don't know. Doctrine of necessity came up when you needed it. Now another issue now come up. You cannot use your doctrine of necessity to allow it, because Boko Haram has never been our problem. So it is necessary for you to allow Mr. President to fight it with full support and put an end to nonsense. You now remember certain parts of the Constitution that will tell you that he can continue to fight it, but he should give money directly to some people that you see, these are the problems. They know what they want, and that is what you. Having said that, did you observe that the people members seated in National Assembly when they were deliberating this thing were not even up to 1/3 of the population? They can come up with the figure. Very few, scanty member. We have 365 members. Maybe people were seen on seat were not up to 100, and yet you are making such decision.
And resolution was passed.
I'm sending this message to the executive to collect, to get the figure of the people present, the members present, before they can agree that they have made a statement, because it's also in our constitution what a quorum should be. And once there is no quorum, you cannot talk. You don't represent people in your bed, on your bedroom. You don't lie on your bed and represent people. No, it's not allowed. They should. That's another technicality they can use to stop all this nonsense. And that gives them enough time to go and rethink before they put fire in this country. Because what National Assembly is doing, they are putting fire into the fight in Yobe, Adamawa, and by asking them, by stopping Mr. President
from
continuing with the fight.
Now, we have some text messages from some of our viewers here in Lagos. What can you look back and say is your major achievement to your constituency and the nation when you were in the House? Basirat from Lagos. That's one. We have two here, I think so. Yes. Okay. Can you quickly just react to that first?
Okay, thank you very much.
Basirat.
Basirat, when I was in the House, I decided to choose the committee that will affect my people directly. I decided to be a member of Poverty Alleviation Committee. To be honest with you, members that were not interested in bringing the succor, the reward of that committee to their state, I even used my own personal money to buy their ticket and bring it to my state. And that is why you were able to see, as I belong to Mushi 1 that time. And what I can distribute cannot go beyond Mushi 1. It was Dami Road that represented the Mushi 2. And everybody in Mushi 1 that time, 8 wards, everybody in Mushi 1 that time felt the impact, the training and everything, to the extent that before leaving the house, I had to buy a house along Kayode Street to start computer lecture, free computer training. So that the purpose, the reason behind that is to train them free computer so that they can be able to get job easily with their school certificates. And that was what I did. I have also moved that computer section, computer training center away from Kayode now to another place.
Okay.
Also, he can go around the 8 wards of my local government, of my constituency rather, and see what we the borehole that we got for them. It was only in my own constituency that you will be able to see 3-4 boreholes in a ward. But what federal government designed that time was just I think about 6 for entire constituency. So when you multiply that 6 by 300 and something, you will know the volume. And they attach us to basin authority, river basin authorities that your constituency belong. So I took it upon myself. I'm very active PA I had that time, who will sit down with Osun River Basin Authority to make sure we get extra for my people in my constituency. And that is why till today, they are still there. You can see how long I've left the National Assembly 2003, and I can assure you, go there. What can be missing there, maybe the generator we bought might be stolen or something, but the borehole are still there. People are still using it with NEPA light.
That's great. So, but